there, crafty babes. Welcome back to my channel. This is Diana the Paper Pineapple, and I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be a little flip through. I have finally, you guys, finished my San Diego travel album. I'm like so happy to be done. It only took me 2 years. I know, it's been crazy. But anyway, I do have a playlist of how I put this together. I think I have a couple videos of me working in it. I'll go ahead and link that in the eye here on the top right hand corner so you can check it out if you guys want to see it from the beginning. I did everything by hand. From the album, I did it out of cardboard. I did everything, the signatures in it, the cover, I did the little beading, what is this called again? I can't remember. I'm forgetting, you guys. It's been a while. The main binding of the album, and then here the back of it. I did put a sticker on there. I just usually like to put all my stickers on everything that I make by hand because all this is made by hand, and I want others to know that I did it. So anyway, here it is. I'm just gonna do a quick flip through. I'm not gonna do too much of a chatty video. I just want to show you just like mainly what it looks like in the inside. So I did make this pocket here. I did add this little die cut here and some of these gold puppy stickers. I do have some, I used a couple of collections. I know in the first video that I filmed this, when I was making it, I did list all those. Yeah, I don't remember what it is now, but you can go and look in those in the description box. It's all labeled in there. But anyway, here are just a summary of our steps that we did for each day. We did 20 miles. It came down to 20 miles, 20.45 miles. And then I just added like some postcards that we picked up at the zoo. We went to, the San Diego Safari Park and the San Diego Zoo. And then I add a couple of maps in there too. I think these are great memorabilia to add in your albums. So it's supposed to look like this when you first open it. And it just says San Diego, the dates that we were gone. There's a tab here, there's a tab here, so they go open like this. Yeah, we had to rent a car because we were 6, and so we needed to accommodate for everybody that was going. My daughter's boyfriend was joining us, and so I kind of journaled a little bit here, added some pictures there, and then this goes in and this comes out like this. There's some pictures here of my son, my daughter, and her boyfriend. Then these pulled out this way, and this is when we were at SeaWorld. That was like our first stop once we got into San Diego. So yeah, that's the first part of the album. And then this is a very interactive album, so there's lots of pockets and flips here. I added lots of QR codes of what our trip looked like. I just love to go back and see, kind of relive everything. If you want to know how to do that, I have an actual tutorial of how to do these. If you want to look at that, I'll go ahead and link that in the eye as well. In the top right hand corner, you guys can check that tutorial out if you guys want to know how to do those. I think that is cool to add into your albums because you not only get to see the pictures, but you get to watch the videos, and I think that's super cool. Anyway, moving on. Here's another, and on all these have magnets. This is when we watched the show here. This is another video of this. And then this is a video of us going up the tower here in our view. My husband, he's so funny. I journaled a little bit there. I added some clear pockets here of like receipts and all of our tickets. And this is the main picture that you take when you go in. 60 years that they were celebrating at this time. So there's that. And then moving on to this, I believe this is the next day because this took most of our day, the SeaWorld. And then we went to San Diego Zoo. I picked up this cool patch. I had some some of this paper that I had been hoarding, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use it. Why not, right? So I just added this trim. This trim was actually part of the paper, and I just like added it on there. And this flips open like this. The collection that I used had all these little mini Polaroid pictures, and so I just added my pictures and put them inside. Just kind of looks like they're actual Polaroids. So yeah, I try to pick my favorite, but it's so hard to do when you're doing an album like this. You just want to add in all the pictures. So yeah, so I love that. And all this adheres with the magnet. Then this opens up like this. And here we have some pictures with the hippos. That was fun. We actually rode one of those 2-story buses that you get to ride on, and got to do a tour, some camels, and it was pretty cool. The guided bus tour, elephants, here us at the top. Of course, we picked the top. Here's the map. Here's a ticket because it was a birthday gift for my son that we decided to go out. And then here's another video of us on the railing. Oh, what is it called? The tram? No. Skyline tram? I forget what it's called. But anyway, you get to go on top of the zoo park, and you get to see all the wonderful views. And then I just added this little thing that says tour, the day that we visited. I have this little pocket. I have other little things in there. It's a cool place to tuck little things here and there. And this just closes up like this. And then I'm moving on. I think this was the same day. I can't remember the exact schedule because it was like 2 years ago. But we did decide to go. We just did a mini tour of the Midway because when we got there, they were already closing, and we only had like, I don't know, half an hour, and it wasn't enough time. So then that's when we bought tickets to go the following or the next day to go to it to see all the other stuff because there's so much to see here. So here's a picture of my son with the seaman, and this is a picture of the actual boat there, and then these flip open like this. And there's just like a lot of stuff inside. There was like a VR, and my daughter and her boyfriend did it, and my sons and my husband did it. I didn't want to do it. I wanted to record, so I have video of this as well because I just get motion sickness and I don't like that. So I journaled about that. And then these open up like this, and this opens up like this. Hopefully you guys I'm still in frame, you guys can see, but I absolutely love this picture. I just wanted it to be the big one. Each one of these signatures have a big picture in the middle. So I just picked my favorite of them all and just have that be my focal point. It's a picture of my son. We were going in and looking at all the different computers and all the buttons and all the things that they did. There was people giving us tours of telling us a little bit how that worked. Of course, this is no longer in service. This is obviously a museum, but I'm pretty sure this is what it kind of looks like if you were to go out on a real boat. So that is super cool. I love that. And then moving on, I believe we went into Gas Lamp District. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, or if you guys ever been to San Diego, but it's a really cool place where you go and have some good food. For the adults, there's like lots of bars and restaurants, and you can catch some drinks. Just a lot of cool places to go see. So we actually walked from the Midway to Gas Lamp District, and I added the sticker here that says tourist mode. And then this is us walking, discovering. My daughter was so happy. You get to tell she was on cloud 9 here. And then I added this sticker here. This is where we got to sit down. All this, I don't know, like if you could see, it's just like one big main strip of all these cool restaurants and places to go check out. If you're ever in the area, I definitely recommend. Here we decided we would get some Angus burgers, and it looks really good. Added this little card here. I believe this is from Mediterranka Designs, I believe. A picture of my husband. I did this little ticket, and of course I had to add a pineapple, just very tropical because it was summer and I kind of wanted to give it like that summer vibe. And then here are my favorite couple having their lunch And this opens like this, and this is just like a little view of what the street looked like. There's tons of people walking the streets, and just the buildings in general. I love to see buildings with flags. I love to see our flag out flying through the wind. So this was Gas Lamp District, and then I believe, is this the same day? I can't recall. My days are blurred. We were there for 4 days. We stayed on Coronado Island and just like going on the main bridge, just beautiful views, just amazing. So here, I believe we were on the island already. We went back because we had to go back to our hotel. We visited this place called, I believe it's called Village Pizzeria. Yeah, Village Pizzeria, and the pizza is amazing, guys. If you guys ever go to Coronado Island, you definitely hit up that place. It's really good pizza. And so I kind of just like took pictures of the kids, of us there eating. And since it was 4th of July, everything was just very patriotic. It was just beautiful. You drive down the roads and there's just like a bunch of flags everywhere. It's just very nice. And I just added this. This is Ellie's studio favorite. This was the best, which was the pizza. And then after we had pizza, we went and we hit up, here's the bridge that you get to go over, and it's beautiful. It just goes over and you just see it. It's just like a long, long bridge that you drive over with the beautiful view of the ocean. We visited, this is Elvis, my son and Elvis, he's a real good fan, a real big fan of Elvis. We went to this very famous, it's called Mood Time Creamery, and their ice creams were really good. And this is like a little belly band pocket, and so I just added some pictures. And there's like a journaling card in there, and then I just added just like some gold thickers and added this little beach ephemera piece here, die cut, whatever you want to call it. And then this is where I ordered. It's funny, it's a little inside joke that I have with my family. There's all these crazy flavors, and this one right here is called, it's Cookie Monster, but the way they labeled it looked like this, Cookie Monster. So when I ordered it and I said I wanted a scoop of Cookie Monster, and the kids were laughing at me and they would not stop. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's what it said. I thought that's what they wanted us to order it. And so now this is a big old joke. So now everywhere we go, they always say, I want some Cookie Monster. Anyway, it was so delicious. It was yummy. I had a waffle cone and I ate that up, and it was so good. So that was that. Then we hit up, we went back. This is the following day, I believe, or it was earlier in the day. I can't remember, I have it mixed up, but we went to this statue, and it's a very famous statue. It's right by the Midway on the left side, is the statue of a soldier kissing his girlfriend, wife, significant other, I don't know. And so we took a picture, and just the couples did. So my husband and I and my daughter and her boyfriend took a picture there. Just added this cute little anchor, and of course I added the flag and vitamin C time, because you can see the beautiful views of the ocean. It's amazing how beautiful these places are. And then we had lunch or dinner, I can't remember. Well, this is a long time ago, but this one restaurant, I forget what it's called. Well, on the other side they sell fish, so it's like the fish market on one side and then a restaurant on the other side. So we sat and had some fish tacos. I believe that's what I ordered as well. And then kind of added the menu here, and then I added a couple of pictures. I had a cool little card of a lobster, and I was like, perfect, because when we walked in, there's this big tank with a bunch of lobsters in it, and so that was cool. So it's a picture of our table, a picture of our view. We could oversee the ocean, so I definitely wanted to add those in there, and a little journaling card there. And I just added family, just added a couple pictures. And then I love this paper and the rope and make waves and the little, what are they called? Lifesavers, is that what they're called? I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, so I added that, and this flips open like this. And these are more pictures of when we went back to the Midway. We actually got on top of the boat, and we took a tour inside, and my son got to take a picture of where this captain would sit. And then I love this. It says you, me, and the sea. And I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta add this in here. So I kind of split this in half so it looks like one piece here, and I added the tab so somebody who would be looking can actually see that it flips open like this, opens like this, and ta-da! The amazing view from the top of the ship. And so they have all these cool helicopters and jets because it's a carrier, right? And then here you can see that bridge that I was telling you about when you go on the other side to Coronado Island. The beautiful views. There's like a markets over here. I forget what it's called, but we went to that. The beautiful shops and stuff. And I just added I made my own little film strip here of like the different views of the boats, the jets, the max flight that they got to go on is like a simulated, like if you're flying in a jet. It was pretty cool. I can hear them screaming in there. That was hilarious. And then I just added a little pocket here of my son in there. And then I added just some little pictures. And this is an actual ticket for us to see our picture. And I do have that picture. I bought the picture and I have it in a frame. And so like where they give you like the big one, you know, like when you go to places, to amusement parks or theme parks, they take your picture and then at the end you go back and you get the picture. Well, that's what that is. I did end up buying it. I just thought it was cute. And so that's that signature. And I think, yeah, that's it. And then moving on to the last, this is what I didn't show, I believe. I think I didn't show this on. So, and I finished this yesterday and I thought, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and make a flip through and show everybody that I actually did finish a project over the summer. The last day we did San Diego Safari Park. So we went to San Diego Zoo earlier, I think the second day, and then we did Safari Park the last day. And then we hit up the beach 2 days in a row, but we did the last one at Central Beach. So I added some little, like a little film strip here, a little cute of them like measuring what they would look like if they were to be by like a gorilla. And so they got to see, you know, how they size up to that. And I just add a little clip here. This is our picture that we took, the ones that they get you with. And then like our tickets, we actually got to, I think, yeah, this is the balloon. We got to go on a hot air balloon, so I could cross off that off my list, my bucket list of riding a hot air balloon. I'm extremely scared of heights, but I wanted to do this just to like get over my fear and because I wanted to do it, you know, it's one thing that I wanted to do. So I did it. I didn't freak out. I didn't have a panic attack or anything. I beat my fear and I got to do this amazing thing. So I was pretty amazed at the amazing views. So here is, I just saved like, you know, like when you buy things, you just save the wrappings or like pamphlets or like paper bags that when you buy gifts and stuff. So I just kind of just cut that out and I added this as my main paper. So I just love it because it just says, you know, exactly what it is. I added a tab here. This flips open like this. I just left it alone because I just wanted to show, because there's just like lots of like greenery there. They have lots of animals and it just makes it look like very tropical on one side. It just depends on the parts that you go, but and then there's other very deserty because there's lots of animals that don't have like lots of trees and bushes, but I just wanted the feel of like tropical, so I added that. And then this is an actual video, a QR video of us up on the hot air balloon. So it was huge, it was big, and we were up on this, up looking, overviewing the whole park. And it was pretty awesome. That is like pretty awesome. One of the top things that I can say that I love doing. And then here I have another video of us on the bus tour tram where they take you up onto to go see all the animals and their place of, you know, where they hang out and eat and play and stuff like that. So this was pretty cool. My son was very amazed. My son loves animals and this was like the best thing ever for him. I took pictures of kangaroos, rhinos, giraffes. Yeah, it was so cool. We loved it. And then this opens like this. This is the beach, but this is still Safari Park. the lions. It's just beautiful. See how it's like all full of greenery and just leaves, and it just felt so luscious. Just felt like you were in the element, right? In the environment. Just was so cool. And then my son got to ride the carousel, and so we rode with him, my husband and I, with my youngest. And then this flips down like this, and here I have some more pictures. My son with the rhino and just what it looked like in there. My son's as bats. I actually glued this down backwards. I'm supposed to put it the other way so it looks like they're hanging, and you can actually says hanging with bats. Oops. And then I just added this sticker here, this little parrot here. All this is from, what's it called? I think it's called Wild Heart or something. It's from American Crafts. I was hoarding it and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna hoard it. I'm just gonna use it. And it's gonna look pretty in my album. And then this is just a view of the flamingos. There's like the waters, the walkways, the pelicans. This is where we went to go see the tigers. It was just pretty amazing. Love, love, love. You guys actually get a chance to go do it, go do it. It's an all-day thing. You guys walk a lot. Just letting you know. Take nice comfy shoes and comfortable clothes. And then of course the last thing that we did was the beach, and so we spent the day out there, and here's a picture of our sandals and Crocs lined up. I had this is high tide. I added these little 3D stickers. These actually I got from the Dollar Tree store, and I had these hoarded, and I thought, you know, I'm gonna use these too. And then I had like this sand and this from that one same paper pad that I've been using. And then this, I believe this is American Crafts too. No, yeah, it is American Crafts. This is like a digital that I had. I printed that up. It's a Sea Sun Fun. My boy's making sand castles. I just like the tower. And this is like the most beautiful picture from afar, like of the water. And I added this as well. It says sunshine. So yeah, this is it, guys. I can't believe this took me 2 years to finish, but with life, you know, things get pretty crazy. But anyway, I'm ready to finish another project. I'm still working on my project life. I think I'm going to start working on my October dailies. I don't know. I know I've had this conversation with you guys before. I don't know if I'm going to do a new one this year or if I'm just going to finish the ones that I have not finished in the previous. I have 2 years, 2022 and 2025, that I have to finish up. So maybe I'll work on those and maybe just show some videos. So anyway, I hope to see you guys in my next video. Let me know if there's any questions, comments, or anything like that. Leave them down in the comment section below. And I hope to see you guys in the next crafty video. Hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.